it was just a big wake-up call. And I woke up and Googled alcohol-free and found Victoria English, like a podcast or a YouTube video with her from your program, Project 90. And I just called. I knew that that's what I needed to do and that I wanted to do.
Yeah, so you called our organization Alcohol Free Lifestyle and you enrolled in our 90-day stop drinking program, which is called Project 90. And you did that all on your own. You didn't consult with Scott, right?
I don't think I even I don't think I even talked to him about it. I just said, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And when you did that, did you tell Scott that day or did you hide it from him for a few days? Or how did that come to be that he found out that you joined a stop drinking program?
I'm sure it was the next time I talked to him. I mean, we had gotten in a big fight, and of course, when I woke up the next morning, I didn't even I didn't know what the fight was about. I just knew that we got in a fight. So we would be like this cooling off period, but I'm sure the next time that we got together, I said, well, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I agree with that. Usually when we would have these events between us, right, I would stay away. I'd go home, and we'd both give each other a little bit of the cold shoulder for a couple of days to bring it all down, right? And then one of us would reach out, and a couple of days later, we'd end up back over at her house and make up, and it'd go fine. And I would say is about then, she probably out by the fireplace or whatever, and said, hey, there's something I want to talk to you about. And then she kind of let me know that she had joined your program.
And what was your response to that?
I wasn't surprised. She's a very determined person. She doesn't need my permission. She doesn't need anybody's permission for things, right? She likes support, but on something big, and this is big, and she had already done it. I think she had already paid it, and she was already in the program, applied to the program. So it was more like, all right, well, here's something new in our lives, a new part of a new chapter in our relationship, as well as a new chapter in my life, because I've never been around somebody that wasn't a drinker, that was completely alcohol free, especially my girlfriend who I drink with, and she's my number one. I don't really have another person that I drink with. I don't have buddies around me, and they all live in other places, right? So, but I also knew this could be positive too, right? Because we put these rules together time and time again, didn't work. So I supported her not drinking because I knew she felt she would be a better person not drinking, that she wanted to clean that up in her life. And I thought she needed to clean that up in her life, right? So I was very supportive, I think, from the beginning. I felt like I was very supportive from the beginning and just said, all right, this is a new chapter, and let's see what this chapter has to offer, because new chapters offer really great things if you allow them.
You didn't start to think, oh, maybe I could join this 90-day stop drinking process too, or maybe I should stop drinking as well. That wasn't your thought at that time?
Never crossed my mind. She, I think, probably talked to me about it lightly, and she could see that I didn't feel like I needed to join a group, right? Not that I wasn't denying that I've been drinking too much for decades, right? So I'm aware of that. But it hit pretty quick, when she's already in the program, like, hey, you want to join? I was like, well, hold on. I don't know if I need that or not or whatever, but why don't you do it, and I'll support you, and, and off she went. She really didn't push me, because I think she knew, don't push him. And she started, and the polos started in our lives. She would be walking around the house doing the polos, and I knew she was, talking to these people around the world that were all in your program, right? So I was watching this play out. I had a front row seat to the 90-day program. So I was there for all of it.
Yeah. So when Scott's referencing polos, he's referring to a video messaging app where our clients actually communicate with each other privately just to support one another. It's really fun and playful, and it's a very empowering part of the stop drinking process. So Shannon, tell me what happened during your 90 days of stopping drinking. What did you experience, and then what were the positive benefits that came out of that?
Well, it was great to have a support system that was going through this similar situation with me. But as far as Scott goes with the drinking, I was always the one out of the two of us that caused the events. He drank, but didn't. It wasn't real. His drinking didn't affect his life like my drinking was affecting my life, and so I think that that's sort of how it's evolved, is that by my not drinking, Scott has been able to just not drink because he didn't have the thing in his mind thinking about drinking all the time, like
Yes.
where I was, that spinning in your mind. But he just drank because that was available and that was like the thing to do. But it wasn't for him personally, at least my observation wasn't that it didn't have a hold on him like it did on me.
Yeah, got it.